Well, it wasn't really the character who stayed with me of Christabella, but something very, very weird and strange happened on Christabella, on Silent Hill, was that some kind of weird, dark energy field just coalesced around me. This is a story I've told before, but it is true, and it kind of expresses how dark Christabella was for me as an experience. I had a little dog who identified me as her human, and she used to wait for me when I was gone, and she would always be at the gate when I got back. So the last 2 weeks of Silent Hill, of my part of the shoot, was just burning people in that church. 2 weeks of that madness. She was mad. And I got home and Skipper was at the gate and the car dropped me off and Skipper was wagging at the gate and I walked up to the gate and she stopped wagging and she just looked at me. And then she backed off and she would have nothing to do with me. And 3 weeks later, I went away and did another picture. And when I came back, Skipper was at the gate. And she was like, who's come back this time? I actually had to go and work with someone who did energy work to shift whatever it was that attached itself to me during the shoot of Silent Hill. But I've thought about it a lot. And when I first read Silent Hill, there was much more of Christabella's backstory in the script of why she gets to be who she is. The woman we meet and experience, you understood more of how she got there. And I think the fact that a lot of that fell away as the movie was made, because stuff always gets cut away, because you've got a time constraint, and that was stuff that they could get rid of, it meant that Christabella was unrelievedly dark, right? So, for example, I mean, the Borg Queen is in space on her own. She's true fantasy, right? You don't identify with the Borg Queen as a human, but Veronica in She Will or Mary Brady, even though she's part creature, she's a slightly tragic figure, and you can see where her own inner conflicts lie. You see the struggle of the character and where their humanity is. With Christabella, she was just unforgiving and dark. And I think that was why it was so difficult in the end to play her, because there was nothing that opened your heart to her. And I think when I always look for the character's journey and what it's such a struggle to be a human being, basically, and that one has choice, and it's such a huge responsibility. But it was as if Christabella had brushed aside choice, and she was this one unforgiving witch must die kind of and it was kind of dark to play.